Hi folks, Fubzy here and welcome back to World of Tanks. Today I have a different kind of game for you. It's not an ace tanker, but it is a game which I thoroughly enjoyed and really wanted to share with you for a couple of reasons. As you can see, if I just pause it there, we are playing on mines. It's a fairly even game and I am a tier 9 in a tier 10 game. I have not gone for the hill in the middle because if I do I am likely to come up against a Centurion Action X and the E50M and a T54 and 3 lights, whereas we only have 3 lights to support me there. So I've decided that I'm going to go and play this area here to begin with. Now you can't always predict where people are going to go. You know, it's not unusual for one or two people when they have that kind of many lights and mediums to come down the 1-2 line. What I wasn't expecting was to see quite as many as what we do get. So as you can see, there is already a Centurion Action X, a tier 10, and he's a good player. And the T44, who's not as good. And they are backed up by the Conqueror. So far I've managed to bounce the Centurion, shoot a rock and put one into the T44. Not the best starts because I probably should have made that second shot count, but we're doing okay. Now at this point I am kind of trying to make sure I'm in a position where I can use this Bulldog and these TDs back here. Don't want to overexpose myself because that Centurion Action X, as I say, is a tier 10 and he also is a good player, so he's going to know his weak spots and things on tanks. So I've got to be careful, don't want to be throwing hit points away. I noticed he was looking away but couldn't quite get the gun depression there to take a shot on him. So I'm just jinking backwards and forwards so that I don't make it too easy for their artillery. I can't pull back too much because they have control of the hill. I can't really go up onto the ledge because they have the Conqueror there. So the only other thing I can do is hug this rock really tightly, but then like I say, I don't get the gun depression there for shooting the Centurion as he comes round. So again, I'm just trying to bait him round a little bit. Hopefully he's going to come out to take a shot at me, and fingers crossed I can put one back into him and somebody else, one of the TDs maybe, can put a shot into him as well. As you can see there, I'm just simply looking at where he's pointing his gun and trying to work out the best way to put some damage into him. Now just here I did think I could quickly snap a shot but I missed, so I'll pull him back again. Hopefully he's not going to push on me while we reload, and a shot flies past me there and then I take one in the backside from the T57 Heavy. Again pulling forward, putting one into the Centurion Action X, and as you can see it's a tight spot that I'm in really. I've got to just hold my ground as best I can and try and get some help off my teammates. Now, all the time this is happening, I'm looking, I'm thinking, geez, that's two good players I'm playing against. One's in a real good tier 9 heavy, one's in a tier 10 medium, I'm in a good tier 9 medium, and I'm really thinking that they should have pushed me. Okay, they've got the TDs up here, but I think most of them are facing this way because I've not seen too many shots come across. So I think they perhaps missed a chance to try and push on me. Again, we managed to put another one in there. Again, not overextending too much. Did take a hit there that damaged my ammo rack, which I had to put back in, but at least it was only a 1-for-1 and I got the kill, as opposed to the Centurion Action X being able to hit me as well. Now he's just fired, so now I know I can pull back and take a shot with relative safety, and having done that I now switch back from the gold rounds which I'd loaded due to them being higher tiers and heavies back onto the AP rounds. Now what I'm doing now is I'm just waiting to try and get unspotted. I'm staying behind this rock, and then I realised, hang on a minute, there's tanks in the middle that you can probably get shots on. So now I'm just hoping that I can get a shot in and penetrate, because it's not going to give me a massive amount to aim at. Fortunately I do manage to penetrate the E50 there. Now as you can see, we're already up to 10 hits and 3030 damage, which is quite nice, considering that we've only given away about 1200 of our hit points. Now depending on what tank we come up against, we can maybe take another hit. If we come up against the T57 heavy, obviously it's likely to be game over, as is the T110E5, as is the Jagdtiger or the Borsig if they get their shots in. Unfortunately, don't manage to penetrate the Tiger there. Would have been quite nice if we had, and maybe if I'd still got gold loaded instead of switching back to AP, we would have done. Trying now to see what is on the hill, and to try and keep track of that Tiger too. So having lost those, I'm now going to have a look, see if I can get shots on this Borsig that's just been spotted on the 1-2 line. And there's not really a shot on. I do spot him shortly, or rather somebody else I think spots him, but there's not really a shot on there. Now, whilst we get to a little quiet spot in the game here, I want to tell you about this month's giveaway. I'm not going to be advertising this one as a monthly giveaway. I'm going to leave this little snippet of information hidden within this video so that those of you that actually take the time out to watch my videos and enjoy the videos, you're the guys that are going to pick up on this and are going to know about the March giveaway. So for this month it is going to be 30 days of premium time. The draw will take place at the end of the month. And in order to be eligible to win, all you need to do is like the video and post your in-game name in the comments. What I will do is at the end of the month I'll count up all the entrants. I will use the random number generator that I normally use, and then I will get in touch with the person that has won. So as you can see here, then we're pushing forward on the 1-2 line, hoping that we're going to get something into either the Borsig or the T54 lightweight there. I'm also trying to approach in a way that I keep this rock between me and both of them, just to try and aid me in getting as close as possible without getting spotted. So aiming in on the T54 lightweight now. Don't penetrate the first shot. He jumps off the cliff to take out one of our guys, and now we manage to start putting some shots into him. You might have also noticed there's a slight change with my aiming circle, and that's because I've started to use the client side, not the client side, sorry, the server side reticle. So as you can see then, we did 3632 damage with 3 kills, and I will bring up the end game screen for you. Okay then, as you can see, this was just under 5000 w-uni game. You've got a list there obviously of the damage that we did, but 3632 damage, 514 assisted, 14 out of 16 shots hit. We made a slight profit of 3210 despite all the gold that we had to use onto the Centurion Action X and the Conqueror. And we received 6 hits, of which we managed to only be penetrated by 3. Giving us, in terms of damage, 3rd place on the team, and in terms of XP, 2nd place on the team, and in terms of kills, 3rd place on the team. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that one. Don't forget to enter the competition if you're interested, and until next time, Fubzy signing off.